Okay, so today I'm going to be making a mix for bank loans and money favors. When it comes down to bank loans and money favors, you need a strong blend of herbs as well as roots. And I feel like over the years I've been teaching a lot on my YouTube channel on how to get things in your way, like favored your way. And I still feel like a lot of people they're not really fully understanding how to do things. When it comes down to a bank, which is a big financial organization, you really have to have things like well put together. Okay, so there's really no cheating when it comes down to things like this. So I tell people months in advance, if you know you're going to be getting a loan on a home, get yourself together. Start getting yourself together. Start getting money saved. It's good to sweeten yourself. It's good to work honey jars as well long term. And also to work on the financial advisor you're going to be working with. Getting to know the names of the people that are going to be giving you the loan. Not the bank overall. You're going to be working on the people that are going to be looking into the loans and looking into your finances. Those are the people you work on. A bank is a huge organization. Therefore, it's going to be hard for you just to work a bank. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to want favoritism. You're going to want the sweetness. You're going to want to be overlooked. You're going to even want them to give you advice and do every single thing that they could possibly do to help in the situation. So not only a strong blend of herbs, but a strong backup system. So you're going to need, I would recommend you working with saints to help you overall, like as soon as you start it. You're going to need, of course, if you know you have situations going on with your background and your history, work on your low stay away, work on your protection, work on steady work on steady clients. You need to have everything has to have a strong force among it. And then the last thing you do, of course, is you go in and you work on the individual names of the people that are going to be helping you. So when they give you the information and let you know how much you could take out a loan on, and not only just for a home, it could be for a car, it could be just a personal loan. It could also be a loan from someone else. See, if it's a loan from someone else, then you don't need all of everything that I just discussed. Having a strong force with your job and making sure that you're working, pay stubs are good, and income is well aligned. You could just work on them. You'll influence them. You would work skulls on them as well as sugar jars to sweeten them, and you will make sure that you're highly favored, highly favored, not only among the spirits and the saints, but highly favored among this person. So anytime you're working someone in a situation like this, I would tell you to work it weeks in advance. Don't wait till last minute. Some of you are not that strong, and it's not even about not having that much strong force and power, but asking someone for $50,000-$100,000 is a lot. It takes a lot. Even when you're working with the spirits and the saints and you're asking them for heavy and high amounts of money, I always tell you, work with them long term. So when I do my group services, if I'm doing a group service and I have clients and customers coming in and asking for a consistent amount of money on a regular basis, I tell them, I said, with this spirit and with any spirit that you work with, saints, benevolent energy, you have to consistently work with them. You're consistently asking them to grant you this money. You're showing that you are reliable to them, and you want to show them that you're going to do what you need to do with the money. So if you need help with situations, I would tell you, work with Saint Expedito. He is really good at moving things swiftly, but he comes in with a different type of energy. He's not going to just give it to you. So I know a lot of you working with Saint Expedito, you feel like if you light up a candle, he's going to automatically give it to you. No, you have to work with him. You have to pray with him. And he knows what you're going to do with the money before you do it. So if you're lying, he's automatically going to deny you. There's a lot of spirits that they'll give you a chance, and then you mess them up, and then they'll be done with you after. There's some spirits that you can work with them, and then you mess them up, and they continue to give it to you, because they have that kind of heart. But with Expedito, he's a no-nonsense type of folk saint. He is a folk saint. He's much different than a regular saint. He is not a DT. He's not an Orisha or Loa. He is a folk saint, okay? So you're going to do things according to how he wants to do it. And the offering to Saint Expedito for any loans, any money favors, anything you want quickly and swiftly, fast, you're going to have to pay him after. If you're paying him before, he's going to take. Of course he is. He's going to take it. You giving him cake, you giving him flowers, you giving him money, you offering to before, he's going to take it. He's not working hard for it. You giving it to him thinking you're going to get it before. You're not. Okay? So make sure, if you really want a strong force working with you, your herbs, your roots, your baths, your jars, and your background is correct if it comes down to going through a bank. And remember, you're working on the individuals in the bank, not the bank. Okay? So if you're going to work on a particular person, you're working on that person specific and only. And no heavy control when you want to get somebody's money. They're going to know. They're going to feel it. They're going to sense it. It's not going to go good. They're going to always have an attitude. When it comes down to working with a saint, you got to be honest. Working with a folk saint, you're on their time. They're not playing with you. And you should know the difference between saints, folk saints, orishas, loas, DTs, low vibrations, and just heavy spiritual vibrations, period. You should know the difference between every single thing that you're working with. And you should know the difference, of course, between working with your ancestors and family that has recently passed. You should know the difference by now. And if you don't, then you need to take some time, slow your roll a bit, go back to a lot of the videos that I show. I have probably 300 videos now, right? Maybe a little more, over 300 videos on YouTube. So you need to watch them. You need to listen to what I say. I've done a bunch of Facebook classes. If you've joined me in those, then you're up to par. If you're in my Patreon, you're up to par. And if you order with me on a consistent basis and or email me on a consistent basis, you know I always give you a guideline on how to work with your things, because it's important for me that you're working correctly. And if you're not working correctly, then what is the reason that you're working? Okay? So hopefully this is self-explanatory. Rewind it, listen to it again. And like I said, if you need help with your herbs and your roots, even your powders, because I teach how to blend powders, and I teach a lot of different types of rituals and spells in my Patreon as well. It's not about herbs and roots only, and I give a lot of advice and tips and tricks on how to deal with certain things. So if you need help with that, then you join the Patreon.